Unit 1. It's an emergency. Activity 1. Power cuts. Do you know the meaning of power cut? Power makes machine works. A power cut is when the power stops. Discuss the questions. 1. What happens during a power cut?
It becomes dark and all electric appliances or machines stop working.
2. Who can you call for help?
The people in charge of the power in the area.
3. Have you ever been in a power cut? How did you feel?
Yes. It was boring because we can't do anything.
Activity 2. Where is it from? How do you know? Look at the images on pages 8 to 9. What country that the map show?
The USA.
Do you know which area is in red?
New York State.
Which city do the photos show?
New York City.
How is the second photo different to the first?
There are no lights.
What do you think the text is about?
It's about a power cut.
Look at the text. Why is the text in columns?
Because it is from a magazine or newspaper.
Is there a heading? Who wrote the text?
Tony DeMarchi.
How does the photo relate to the text?
It illustrates the heading.
Activity 3. Read and check. Find these features on page 9.
The day the lights went out. Power cut hits millions. No light, no heat, no trains. A power cut hit New York State yesterday. Millions of people from New York to Canada had no light, no heating, and no food. 30 million people had no electricity for 13 hours. The power cut hit at 7 p.m. while pupils at Thomas Jefferson School were rehearsing for a school concert. I was singing when suddenly all the lights went out, said 11-year-old Loretta Green. Across New York City, people were making dinner. I was cooking soup when the power went off, said Martha Miller in Manhattan. It was dark everywhere. There was no electricity at all. My cooker is electric, so it stopped working. We had to eat biscuits for dinner, and it was really cold because there was no heating. 12-year-old Natasha Spendak was travelling home. My train was leaving the station when the lights went out, she said. The train went dark. A woman screamed and then it stopped, in the dark. It was really scary. Ambulances and hospitals were busy through the night. The traffic lights stopped working, so there were some bad traffic accidents, said James Fenner of the New York Ambulance Service. There were a lot of problems at home and in the streets. Some people broke an arm or a leg. There was no moon last night, so travelling by car was very difficult. It was really dark in Times Square, said Mario Bolatelli, a police officer. A lot of people left their cars in the street and walked home. At New York Zoo, an elephant escaped. The lights went out while we were feeding the animals, said Marnie Sherlock of the zoo. Someone forgot to close the gate, so the elephant escaped and walked down the road to the supermarket. It's okay now, though, and is safely back in the zoo. Why was there a power cut across a large part of North America? The answer is a squirrel. We're very embarrassed, said John Matlock of New York Power. A squirrel jumped on the power lines and they stopped working. It was an accident. We're very sorry.
A headline is the main title. A subheading is a smaller title. A quote is what somebody said. A caption describes a photo. A. The headline.
The day the lights went out.
B. The subheading.
Power cut hits millions, no light, no heat, no trains.
C. A quote.
The train went dark, a woman screamed.
D. A caption.
New York City in darkness.
Activity 4. Look at the vocabulary panel. Find the words in a text. Use the context to work out what they mean. Power, electricity.
The power went off during the storm.
Ambulance, a form of transport that takes people to hospital.
I called for an ambulance as soon as I saw the accident.
Embarrassed, feeling uncomfortable and a little stupid.
I was so embarrassed when I fell over in front of everyone.
Cooker, a large machine that you use to cook food.
My parents bought my grandma a new electric cooker.
Million, the number 1 million. 1,000 times 1,000.
A million people live in this city.
Heating, equipment that makes a building warm.
The heating isn't working, so it's very cold.
Accident, something bad that happens that often hurts you.
Maria had an accident and broke her leg.
Electricity, a source of energy that we use to work lights and many machines.
We didn't have any electricity during the power cut, so we used candles.
Hit, to happen, or affect people, with force.
The bad news hit him hard.
Rehearsing, to practice a piece of music. a play and so on, before you perform it in front of people.
We're rehearsing for the concert on Sunday.